Now right here on the left, this door here leads you into animals of the night. That's the bats and the sloths and the aardvark, all those creepy night creatures. And here on the left is the first entrance to the primate canyon. Here you'll find the monkeys and the apes. And to differentiate between the two, monkeys have tails and apes do not. Now the first animal to the Memphis Zoo was a black bear, and his name was Natch. Now Natch, when he first came here, he played baseball. And after the season ended, he came back here to Overton Park, where the owner requested money from the city to build an enclosure for him. And when the city finally agreed, that was the beginning of the Memphis Zoo. And that was in 1906. Since that time, we have grown from that one animal to over 3,500 animals.
You can put a tight key in the thing too.
Tonight, where y'all live? Where you live? We over here by some
Now, this is Zambezi River Hippo Camp, where you'll find the hippos, pink flamingos, crocodiles, mangle monkeys, and the okapis. And then up in those great big timbers up there is where you'll find the orangutans, those big reddish hairy apes. Now coming up around this curve up here, we're going to be making our next one of 6 stops we have. This is the Zambezi River stop. And when we get up here, I'll let you know everything you can see and do.
That's tall as I am.
I cannot see the hole.
You can't see the hole. Turn the light on.
What he say?
He said it's still here, but I guess you gotta eat it.
Do what?
He said once you be handed out.
Now down this path to the left here, we'll take you down to the giraffes, the zebras, the rhinos, the
Hey. Y'all gonna eat lunch or what?
We ain't gonna go over there.
Eat lunch what? You talking about the school food?
We don't have no choice but to go over there. Either we gonna eat it. We gotta go over there. Yeah, he said.
Why he talking about I don't want it? What he say? I don't want it, but we gonna have to.
What?
What he say?
Who said that?
I thought that's what you said, baby.
No, I was telling you what
you can get here.
Okay. Okay, she can give us happy ugly stuff on it. Be like an egg with legs. Why did it look like an egg?
You just said you don't talk about pizza.
I'll come back there.
Mom. Okay. Here, grab it. Oh, shit.
There.
Thank you.
See, with hand stamps under that way. If you get off, you just show this, get back on there.
Okay.
And if that wears off, you'll have your receipt to show you.
Oh, so we could just ride anywhere around the park?
Yes, ma'am, all day. You can get on and off at any of our 6 stops.
Okay,
I'll
thank you.
let you know at each stop what there is.
Okay, thank you.
All right then, folks, our next stop is going to be up at Teton Trek, and that's where we start finding the bears and the wolves. Now over on the left there where you see that bell-shaped light, that's the feeding platform for the giraffes, where you can hand feed a giraffe yourself. Now our largest giraffe here is Nicholas, and he is 18.5 feet tall. That's 3.5 feet taller than that wooden giraffe right there. Now last season he became a proud papa 3 times. In the spring to a little female named Lily that was born on Easter Sunday. Then in the summer a little male named Fitz. And then again in the fall another female named Kamari. Now Fitz, our little boy, he just celebrated his first birthday. So he's going to have to be leaving us pretty soon. Can't have 2 males in the same group. But don't feel bad for him. He's heading off to a zoo with all females. And now coming up ahead of us up here, the building you see, that's a replica of a lodge from Yellowstone National Park. And we even have our own geysers. Now here at Teton Trek, this is where you'll find the grizzly bears, the black bears, the gray wolves, the elk, trumpeter swans, and even a couple of little porcupines named Timber and Juniper. Now my next stop's right up around the curve up here, in case you may want off for Teton Trek and those animals. When we get up here and get stopped, I'll point out what's just up ahead that you can also see. And please note that wet children cannot ride on the tram. And we're coming up to that stop right up here. Now, in addition to all the animals back at Teton Trek, up this path to the right will take you up to the polar bears, the sea lions, and the bald eagles. So that's everything then from this stop. Our next stop will be down around the elephants. So if everyone is ready, we'll continue on. And coming up on the right up here is the entrance for the Sea Lion Show. The next one will be at 3 o'clock today. And here coming around to the right is the main entrance to the Northwest Passage. And again, that's the polar bears, sea lions, and bald eagles. They do have a little trading post gift shop in there that's pretty cool. Now, coming up ahead of us up there is Gina's Sweetopia. Now there you'll find a variety of ice cream and sherbet. And coming around this curve to the left, the largest animals here at the Memphis Zoo, the African elephants. We have 5 of them here, and their names are Asali, Gina, Daisy, Bombi, and Costi. And they are all females. Now those bags that are hanging way up high there, that's how they feed the elephants. because elephants are basically pretty lazy, so they make them work for their food, and it gives them a little exercise anyway. Now their trunks can hold about 4 gallons of water at a time. They usually drink about 50 gallons a day and eat about 150 pounds of hay. Now they spread that out over 16 to 18 hours, but they really only sleep about 3 to 5 hours at night. And they usually do that standing up. Now, in addition to the elephant here on the right, over here on the left, that little short fat guy right there, that's a little male Red River hog. Now, there's also 2 females in there somewhere. Now, his name's Antelope, and the females are Coca and Blossom. That's the other one. Now usually we have the bongos in here too. You can't see the bongos. They're they're part of the antelope family. They're kind of a reddish brown with yellowish stripes and curled horns. All right then, if we're all set, let's continue on now. And now coming up ahead of us around the curve up here to the right, we're going to find the China carousel. Now each of the animals on this carousel represent an endangered species, and each one was hand-carved and hand-painted. And there it is. And just to the right of it is our new tater tot stop. And also over on the right here is the entrance to the bamboo shop gift shop. And it's also now one of those Build-A-Bear kind of factories. Now coming along this fence up here, these posters you're going to see, these were all painted by St. Jude patients. And this is what you'll see the pictures in the lower left corner. And if you were curious about a particular artist, you could use the camera function on your phone and scan that upper right box, and it'll give you more info on that particular artist. Now we're coming up on the left to the third entrance to the Primate Canyon. Now sometimes we can see the gorillas from the tram here. Now those black and white monkeys you see right there, they're called colobus monkeys. They're the hairiest of all monkeys. Maybe there's a little baby up there somewhere. Now let's see, are there any... Oh, there's our big silverback gorilla right there in the middle. His name is Moelu, and then he has 3 female companions. Coming up on the right up here is the entrance to the China exhibit. Now in there you'll find a variety of animals, including the red panda and Frankie, the African crested porcupine. You gotta see him. He's about the size of a sheepdog. They are the largest in the world. Now we're coming up to our next stop here if we ever get through. And this is our next stop right here at the Splash Park. Oh, and there's our new zip line car going up to the top of that white tower there. Space station for that is located across the corner. We'll be going by the individual to see that. There's actually two of them. There's this one here, and there's another one back behind the train. And when we get up around the curves up ahead, you'll see the base station for the zip line. Now the Splash Park is due to reopen Memorial Day weekend. And when it does, there'll be 2 sessions a day, 9:30 to 1 and 2 to 5:30. And it's got all kinds of water features, sprinklers and showers and water cannons and geysers. It's got 3 slides, a big red bucket. That big red bucket fills up and dumps on everybody about every 2 minutes. So if everyone's ready, let's go ahead and continue. Now coming up ahead on the left up here is the Herpetarium. Now that's where you'll find the snakes, that 18-foot python named Lacey, and that big gator named Samson. And that's right here on the left. Now on the other side, over here on my right, the first enclosure are the giant tortoises. And right next to them are the Komodo dragons. Now we have 1 male and 2 females. They're really hard to see in the grass. They look like a rock. Let's see, our girl was out, one of our girls out just a minute ago. There she is, she's looking out that side window. I'll go slowly as though everybody can see her back there. She loves having her picture taken. And her name is Ivy. And that's one of the females. The other female is Ophelia. And the male is Voltron. Now the males can grow to be about 10 feet long. They are the largest of the lizard family. Now coming up around this curve to the left up here, we're going to find the base stations for the zip line. And there they are. That's the one we just saw go up to that tower behind the Splash Park. And then over to the far right of it, the other zip line, it goes up to the tower behind the train. And as we go by here, if you look up the cable to this one on the right, you'll see that tower back there. And there's that tower. That one's 100 feet. The other one is 136 feet. Now here on the right is the aquarium. And then straight ahead, Once Upon a Farm. Now here's where you can go mingle with all the barnyard animals. There's horses and cows and billy goats and sheep, miniature donkeys, big old fat Guinea hog named Albert, and there's even some chickens. Now we're coming up to our next stop in case you may want off for the farm, the aquarium, the zip line, the farm train, or the Barbazoo Smokehouse restaurant. It's all located right here at this next stop. And here on the right is the ticket booth for the zip line. And our big red farm train is located just to the left of the Barbazoo Smokehouse down the hill there. All right then, our next stop is going to be back at the main entrance.
Stay back here.
Down there on the left is Penguin Rock. These are the black-footed African penguins, so they're more suited to our warmer climate. Well, looks like they got it cleaned out okay. Now they're refilling it, and they'll probably take the rest of the day to do that. So I doubt we'll see any penguins today. Now over here on the right is the tropical birdhouse. And if y'all hadn't heard, Memphis has been ranked the #2 zoo in the nation. Now coming up ahead of us, past the playground up here, is the Cat House Cafe. Now originally that was home to all of our big cats. That was until 1993 when we moved Cat Country over here on the right-hand side. And up that path there on the right, you'll find the lions, Sumatran tigers, jaguars, cheetahs, snow leopards, meerkats, and pumas. And that's up this path right here to the right. And also over here on the right coming up is where our 3 lions hang out the most. We have 2 females, Aquila and Jamila, and Mia and Fede.
You know it's another school dog.
I was mad. That's my friend right there.
And then now we're coming up to the main stop again.
Speed, that way, that.
One side,